Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. I took a vacation of several days, and I spent some of that time brushing up on my darkest dungeon skills. I've now gotten everybody up to like level 4 or 5, and I know how to play the game, so thanks to everyone for, telling me that I was doing things wrong, because you were totally right and I was totally wrong, and now it's actually kind of easy. I've maxed out most of the buildings, so I think what I'm going to do is start a new run on that game and try to recreate my grand successes that I had in private and actually show you how the game's supposed to be played instead of doing the terrible job I did before. Anyway, here we are playing a warrior. We're up against Rod Todd. I don't actually remember how it works with when an expansion comes out, but I believe... Oh, what am I doing with this owl? I believe that... the first wing Blackrock Mountain cards should now be in the arena pool, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm maybe at a bit of a disadvantage, because the opponents could be using new cards. We'll see, I guess. I looked at some of the spoilers. I read some of Brian Kibler's articles. I really like his articles and his take on things. But I didn't look at the full spoilers, so I don't actually know all of the new stuff that'll be out. So it could be interesting, since it's going to be new to me. My friend Dan is watching me. There's apparently some kind of daily quest now when you log in to spectate a win, and that gives you a big bonus. But I didn't get it because my quest log was all filled up, so that was sad. Hopefully my next quest will be that one, because Dan said the reward was a pack, which is pretty cool. So, oh, not the commander? The commander would have been interesting. Then these guys could have had charge the following turn. Tough choice. I rather the extra presence than the promise of greatness. I could see it going either way. So now, yeah, I could play the commander and just let it trade with the tiger. I think I will do that, honestly, even though it's unfortunate that my commander's not going to get to do anything exciting, like give the Trog charge. I still have this nice board presence of a 2/3 and a 1/1. 2 Arcanite Reapers. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. But as long as turn 4 is not too good on his part, I should be fine. And of course, he... and there it is. He did not kill me? He didn't kill me. Oh, wow. Well, I think he probably should have killed this Warsong Commander. So now we're going to go ahead and play... Well, hang on a minute. I got to think carefully about this. Hang on a sec. Because I could obviously play the Trog. I could run it into the Sen'jin. Then I'd have to throw the Hunter at the Sen'jin. And then I'd have to kill the Panther with my Warsong. Alternatively, I could play the Defender of Argus, which might waste some of the potential. But with the Defender of Argus, this would hit for 3. And this would hit for 2. And then the pig could kill the Panther. Yeah, and then I could keep the Warsong Commander. How much do I care about keeping a Warsong Commander, though? I mean, I could charge with this guy later. So I could basically throw all this stuff and the Defender of Argus and kill his 2 creatures and have a Warsong, or I can play the Trog, and then I'd have a Trog alive, but the Warsong would be dead. The Trog would be a 3/2. Alright, we'll try this because it's more fun, but I suspect it's probably the wrong choice. Oh yeah, this thing actually lives. Interesting, I forgot about the health bonus from the Defender. So now a swipe kills both creatures, but then I repopulate with a Spectral Knight and I'm in good shape. Druid of the Claw, I don't have a good answer to. I'd have to play the Reaper. No, if I played Druid of the Claw, I'd probably replay the Trog and charge the Hunter and the Trog at the Druid. Now there's 2 people trying to get my daily quest. The pressure's on. Or trying to get their daily quest for a pack. So it's like I'm playing for other people now. I feel like I'm playing for a charity or something, and it's, he's got the Druid. Well, okay, so I could either play the Trog and have the Trog... Okay, so a lot of options. I could play the Trog and Hunter run into this. I get a Trog with 1 health, so it's a 3/1, just like this is, and then I hit him in the face. I could play Arcanite Reaper, and then in that case, instead of a 3/1 on the table, I have a 5/1 in my hand. And it uses up more mana. I could play the Wolf, and then the Wolf would also let me play the Monkey, and then they would all have charge. This would hit for 4, the Monkey could hit for 2, so with the Monkey and the Hunter, I could kill this and have a Wolf. So I could have a Wolf on the table. and get 2 cards out of my hand. Gonna trust my instincts here. Gonna use the Arcanite Reaper because the weapon gives me the highest hitting power. And then next turn I can do the Trog plus the Wolf, both of which have charge, and the weapon, so I should be able to take down just about anything that he could throw at me. Seems better to do it this way than to throw the monkey and the wolf at the claw. Or actually the monkey, yeah, it's than to throw the monkey at the claw and have a wolf on the board. I could have had a wolf on the board instead of this. Dan was thinking that play. It was considered maybe the best choice. I like the weapon in hand, though. Okay, so he gets up another 6 health thing, which is really, really irritating. And also, hitting it with the weapon is maybe not the greatest course of action because that would take me down to 14 health. Then again, I'm not going to get burned out or anything, so... Let's think. Heroic Strike would let me kill this off. Then with 4 mana, I could just play a Trog and start hitting him in the face. I could play the Wolf and the Trog. The Trog plus the Wolf would kill it, so I could 2-for-1 into it and keep the weapon. Wolf plus Monkey would not kill this. So do I take damage? Yeah, I'm gonna try to take some damage. Hang on a minute. Instead of playing Heroic... Yeah, well, I should just play the Heroic Strike. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Heroic Strike. Hit that thing. Play the Trog. And hit him in his face. So, health-wise, I'm not too far behind. I have 2 creatures that can charge thanks to Mr. Warsong. Got a 3/5 of my own. I can 2-for-1 into something. I'm not doing too badly on cards because I did play the weapon and take extra damage, but if he starts to try to burn me out now by throwing stuff at my face, I could get into trouble. Because I'm not really in a position with these 2 5-mana cards to be armoring up every single turn yet. Alrighty, Wild Growth, which is really interesting. I don't know... Oh, he's going to use Big Game Hunter on this? No. I don't know why he... I think that was just a mistake. I think Wild Growth was a mistake there because... what's his face? It buffed this up, and what do you need the mana for? He would have been at 8 next turn anyway. Okay, can I kill him? Let's see, if I play the Wolf, these guys hit for 7, 9. The Wolf itself hits for 2, so that's 11. And then this would hit for 6, plus 1 from the Wolf is 7, so it's actually lethal exactly, if I didn't miscount, which I really hope I didn't. Let's just do that again. We have... Oh, this guy, the guy himself doesn't charge. Oh, shoot. Oh, God, glad I noticed that, because the Squire would charge, but not the Knight, so I don't actually have lethal here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hedge our bets. I'm going to hit him in his face, and try to get him down. And then I'm going to play the stupid monkey and armor up. So I'm trying to burn him out here, but I didn't leave myself wide open. Now we have no way to click the end turn button. I hope this person understands that I was bugged out and not just bad mannering. And yes, the Warsong Commander bug has finally been fixed, so all the conspiracy theories about how it wasn't really a bug and Blizzard wanted it that way are apparently not true. He's got to play an Ironbark here, and the question is, can I get past it and still kill him? Oh, no Ironbark. I think I'm just about to do humanity a service and give 2 people their free packs. Paying it forward here, Papa Boris style. Man, that Warsong Commander really brought the goods. You know, remember this person could have just killed it way back on turn 3, turn 4. He could have just killed it, but he chose to hit me in the face with his Panther, and because of that, this thing ruined his life. Yeah, I think he just misplayed that decision, plus the fact that he Wild Growthed on turn 7 demonstrates some poor judgment. Okay, is he gonna use Big Game Hunter now? I got an 8/5. This thing started at 3/5. Okay, it's a 7/5. So it got buffed twice and didn't die. That's comical. Okay, well, I now don't have a Warsong Commander, but it also doesn't matter because that thing is enough. Whee! All right, good game. Merry Christmas. My spectators marry. Oh, I even have a daily quest with Warrior. How lovely. So I could maybe knock out 2 daily quests if I don't lose the next 3 games in a row. And have some room for another daily quest, and hopefully it's that one that gives me a free pack. I'm sure Dan would be honored to let me spectate one of his wins. Ooh, it's an original series pack. I'm eating some ravioli that my amazing girlfriend made. So that's why I'm chewing. You as well. Epic and Golden Common. Nice. I like that they give new players a chance to win old packs. And that's true. I think that, for me, it's great that the arena gives Goblins versus Gnomes packs, but, you know, if you're just joining Hearthstone, it's nice to have a chance to get some of the classic set, because that's way harder to fulfill, or to complete, than, the Goblins vs. Gnomes expansion is. Honestly, if I were a new player, if I had just like joined Hearthstone, let's say a year after it came out, and I started playing Arena, even assuming that like, okay, I'm as good as I am, and I would be able to like go infinite with Arena, I'd still be kind of annoyed because by this point I would be basically done with the Goblins vs. Gnomes set. Like I'd have everything from that set that I want. A lot of the legendaries, I mean, I like the expansion, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the legendaries in Goblins and Gnomes are just not that great, so there's really not a lot of stuff that you particularly want from the set. I'm going to take a little risk here. So as a new player right now, I wish I would start getting regular packs from the arena, but instead I just keep pounding on Goblins vs. Gnomes and be left in the dust for getting any good legendaries I'd want from the regular set. Oh my god, I should have seen that coming. I should have totally seen that coming because the mage, I played that druid who was bad. It's like, oh, everyone's bad today, but should have seen it coming. She was going to play a Blood Knight. Otherwise, when she pinged my face, I thought she was just a terrible player. But I should have at least considered the possibility of what actually just happened. Okay. So I can slam this, slam a ding dong, but then I don't have the mana to play the Cruel Taskmaster to finish it off. I could just ignore it. I could Cruel Taskmaster the Commander and kill it with the Commander and the Taskmaster. So 2 for 1ing into a 3-drop is pretty sad. Well, so what's going to happen? Oh my god. That was a total bonehead move on my part, just assuming that my opponent sucks instead of considering any reason why she might have wanted to do that. Because I could have slammed off that shield. Of course, would I have really ever done that? I mean, that would be the pro play of the century, slamming off your own shield because you read the opponent as having a... what's-her-face? Blood Knight. Well, can't really complain too much. I mean, this sort of stuff does happen. Sometimes your Argent Squire gets Blood Knighted in the arena. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to bitch about the fact that she follows it up with a Dark Iron Dwarf. At least that's my plan. So, Heroic Strike's not a bad top deck. It does allow me to clear out her board with the Wolf. I got a Legendary this run? Cool, but it's going to get Polymorphed, and I'm down 2 cards right now. This game's a loss, but there's only so much you can do when you get Blood Knighted like that. Thank God this wasn't the other game, huh? That would have sucked. Pretty weak turn 6. Plays a 1-drop and then wastes a heal bot because she has nothing better to do. So, Cairn is a 6-mana clear away a polymorph before Force Tank Max sort of card here. Yep, there she blows. And she even had enough left for a Snow Chugger. Oh, jeez. Well, what are you going to do? Top deck another Heroic Strike. Not bad, I say not bad. Who do you kill here? Snow Chugger or the Healbot? either one will trade with this, but the zombie chow can kill this thing, so then I'd rather... You know, I really need to... Well, I could actually play the owl and freeze the snow chugger. Yes, we'll do this. I'm going to play the owl, freeze that thing, and kill the snow chugger. So I'm not frozen in case I do get a weapon. And I'm down a few cards here. Once she pings the owl, I'm down 6 cards to 3. This might get me back a card, and Slam might get me back a card. But I'm in a bit of trouble. So she has a ghoul, which is actually almost going to grow big enough to kill this Force Tank Max. Oh my god, she's not even going to trade the Chow for it. She's going for flat broke. 7-9. I could die next turn. So do I play the Silverhand Knight and Slam without a card draw, or do I just put all my eggs on the Force Tank basket? She pings off the shield, runs in the Chow. This thing goes up to 5. It's gotta happen. She could kill me if she had a couple of fireballs, of course. But, like I said, Argent Squire into Blood Knight. My Argent Squire, her Blood Knight. I'm not really going to be too bothered about how this game went down. Oh, she had a fireball for it. Could she actually kill me with that? 7, 9. No, she couldn't have killed me with it. Well, she got another zombie chow, which is good because it's like she sort of goes down a card by having bad cards in her hand. This would trade with the flesh-eating ghoul. This sort of would, sort of wouldn't. I don't think I can afford to go for any card draw off that slam. I just gotta kill that thing while I can. And I think I gotta go for this. So 16 minus 9, I'm down to 7 health. A second fireball will put me under, as will a pyroblast. That flesh-eating ghoul was amazing for her. She has Stormwind Champion, which is awkward. And yep, now she gets to kill this guy. Hit me for 8, has 6-6 and an 8-4 that I don't have a lethal for. Oh boy. Oh, she actually took the time to kill that. Wow. Alright. Too bad my deck has no responses. What am I at? 21? Oh, fuck. I'll play this crap, but it's pretty ugly here. What, you know, this game actually I could have won if she hadn't had Polymorph for Karen or that Flesh-Eating Ghoul. I might have been able to hang in there. Bonk. Of course, if I had played Spectre Knight, she wouldn't have been able to kill off my stuff. Alright, she's just going for broke here, which makes sense, because I don't have 6 damage to kill that guy. Alright, the only way I can win is if I get an emergency coolant from the Yeti. I don't want to got that thing, which isn't going to do me any good, so... F you. That was shitty. Could have slammed off that Divine Shield, but I mean, really, it could have just been a really bad player. You never know. So, a good opening game and then a bad one. Pretty much nothing I could have done to lose that first game because the opponent was bad. Nothing I could have done to win that second game, at least nothing realistically that I could have done to win the second game. I don't think even a really great player like Trump would have. Would Trump have popped off the shield with Slam? That's the question. Or maybe like played the Cruel Taskmaster, popped off the shield that way, hit for 3-1. I don't know. It seems unlikely. But it was available. Alright, we're up against Trash Can the Warlock. Great name. I have another Divine Shield creature here. Lovely. Cruel Taskmaster has some risks because all the Warlock 1-drops don't actually die to Cruel Taskmaster. But I'm hoping that he might play something neutral that dies to a Taskmaster, such as the Leper Gnome. Or a Worgen Infiltrator that attacks on turn 2, or something. The Sand's actually not the greatest. The Owl's early, the Heroic Strike is better later. And a Taskmaster could be the most amazing thing ever, or just sit dead in my hand for the whole time. Doke. Well, I might get another free win here. There was a game in a video not too long ago where I actually got a free win because the opponent wasn't there the whole game. He's not flicking any cards. He doesn't seem to be mulliganing. Oh, Trash Can. I was really looking forward to playing you. Such a great name. Don't blow it on an AFK. or a timeout or whatever. Well, I don't know if that was his full turn or not. But let's see. It's going to be a slow kill because this sort of hand, all the 3 starting cards in it are irrelevant if the opponent doesn't do anything. Hey, there he is. Okay, loot hoarder? Loot hoarder, loot hoarder, loot hoarder, loot hoarder. Oh, not a loot hoarder. Okay, we've got a couple of options here. I could play the... Well, Heroic Strike, Owl, and Taskmaster all trade with this. Taskmaster could be the best of my cards, so I don't think I want to use that. Heroic Strike is overkill. I could just play the Owl, waste the Silence, and let the Owl trade with this. Also opening myself up to a Mortal Coil. Well, let's save the Silence and just hope there's no Dancing Sword or Ogre Brute or Spider Tank that I really wish I'd had the Heroic Strike for. Maybe if it wasn't a Warlock, I would have played the Owl and saved the Heroic Strike in case of a tough 3-drop, but with Warlocks having Mortal Coil, that seems to have been a bad choice. And he's got a Succubus. Loses a War Golem, which is good for him because it's not useful at the moment. I could buff the Succubus as a 6/2 and try to trade the Cruel Taskmaster for it. Or I could play the Owl and just have it die to the Succubus. I think this is the best move I've got, desperate as it is. Because the A is going to start hitting me for 6, but I have this to threaten the Succubus and this to threaten the Succubus on my next 2 turns. So, it's not too terrible, potentially. Okay, looks like I'm going to get to trade with the Succubus. He takes the 6 damage, which, honestly, as much as I always say you should never do that, I think here that was pretty justified. Though something like a... Because if I'd had removal for it, I would have used it instead of playing a Desperado Cruel Taskmaster. So in all, the Cruel Taskmaster traded with the Succubus. I took 2 extra damage, 6 instead of 4, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world. This guy's not a great 4-drop, but he does hold up against a Razorfin Hunter. He'll kill the pig and the hunter. And we have Arcanite Reaper to kill off the 3/5. So things are looking pretty good. I now have a 3/1, a 5/1. A little low on health, but he's got 4 cards and is behind on the board, so I don't think he's going to burn me out. He can life tap totally freely because he is at 30 health, but that'll quickly change. Maybe he's got floating watchers and he doesn't want to throw them out in front of the Arcanite Reaper before he can buff them. Don't want to see Spectral Knight, that would be really annoying. With the 6 health, it wouldn't die to my weapon. Wouldn't mind seeing a Sludge Belcher, then I would use the Owl to silence it, use the Arcanite Reaper to kill it, and play the Arcane Nullifier X21. Easy to remember name on that one. Bane of... Okay, this card has been changed. Now I can give any demon, such as Illidan Stormrage, for instance. So I could use the weapon and go down to 9 health. The advantage of that is then I can play the Silverhand Knight. Or I can use the Rocker Tier to kill it. The advantage of that is I don't take 7 damage. But then I still have a weapon in hand, but then I have nothing on the board. So weapon in hand, nothing on the board, or something on the board, no weapon, and 9 health. We'll try this. Do I hit him in the face with this thing? I don't think that makes any sense. I don't want to replay this next turn. I really would like to just play my Knight and my armor. I'm amazed he thought for as long as he did. Bane of Doom is now officially amazing. If we can get any demon, yes, you still could get, like, it's all uphill because... Actually, is my microphone on too high? It keeps flashing red at me. Well, I'll lower it down a little bit. Because it used to be that, like, most of the time, you'd get, like, crap. Like, half the time you get a 1-mana demon. And sure, they're still there, but the odds of them getting there are way smaller now. And you can get some amazing things, too. Oh, Jesus. Well, then. So, how do we deal with this? I'm gonna die pretty soon. I could play the best card I have, and then possibly die to this thing in 2 whacks, or I can throw this speed bump in his way. Alright, I'm gonna throw a speed bump in his way. I don't entertain any hope of winning off of fatigue, because he's at full health, and I still have to play like 6 more cards. So this is just an 8/8 that he got for free. My cards are too expensive, and I don't have enough cantrips to be able to take advantage of that. I think I'm just going to lose to this, even though the game was going fine up until then. That Bane of Doom plus this just brought him back in it.
So many possibilities.
Do I have any executes in here? Well, that if I do, that could be my only saving grace. He can still life tap freely. I have not even scratched him. He's got 4 cards. Remember that time I said I could finish some daily quests if I didn't lose the next 3 games in a row? Well, we're starting to push our limits here because this game looks like it's about to be a loss. And then I'm going to be at the wire. Well, welcome back to Hearthstone, Boris. So, thought maybe the guy was AFK. Then he wasn't. He's still playing slow as hell, and he's also beating me. So it's pretty much the worst of all possible worlds here. Twilight Drake, a 4/4, not the most impressive thing. Mistress of Pain doesn't really matter too much. It's just a 1/4. He's going to go ahead and kill that off. Argent Squire. What is that good for? Absolutely nothing. Alright. The Cairn is great, but I really just need to get as much pressure out here as I can. Do I want to silence off the Drake to make it a 4/1 so it can't kill my Squire? Sure. I don't care about him getting life from the Mistress. That's not really significant. So we'll do that. Play this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and kill off that Mistress. So you can get me for 10, down to 7 health. Might even be able to kill me this turn. A couple of power overwhelmings would do it. I do have a decent board, though. I have enough that I can actually trade off and kill the Fell Reaver. This thing will die to anything it hits, so it's probably going to want to kill my Silverhand Knight. Actually, then I only have 5 damage for the Reaver. It's looking bad. Maybe I should have killed this, so that this thing would be harder for him to kill. Might have been a mistake. Alright, he goes for it. He goes all the way for it. That won't kill me. He's just trying to burn me out. Basically put more health on the board and power than I can deal with comfortably. Okay, Sludge Belcher. Not the worst top deck of all time. Okay. And then, of course, armoring up. So, stuff has to die. The question is, do I kill the Fell Reaver? With all my resources, I can throw this and the owl at the Fell Reaver. I can throw the Squire at this, and I can do the Squire, or no, this and the owl at the Reaver. Squire kills the dragon. Divine Shield kills that. Leaves him with a 5/4 versus a 3/5. I mean, that seems pretty good. I could use the shield to kill that, the 4/4 to kill the 5/4, the 2/1 to kill the 3/2, hit him in the face, and then it leaves him with a Fell Reaver, obviously, versus my 3/5. And the 3/5 will get this down to 3 health. This gets it down to 2, the ooze gets it down to 1, so it doesn't actually kill this thing off. I'll leave myself without a way of killing this. The advantage of that is the Fell Reaver is still out there to burn away the rest of his deck. So if I do trade off, then that means he's got the Tall Strider plus 4 cards to kill me with. I think that's actually better odds than being able to play 1 more card and burning those cards away. Sure, that would have been sexy, but if the card that he happened to have was a silence or some way of getting rid of the Sludge Belcher, then that Fell Reaver would have just killed me. So now he's got 4 cards and a 5/4 to kill me with. Life Tap's useless. I can armor up. Okay, this is basically dead, because this does not help kill me. It's a defensive thing. It doesn't actually help kill me. And a Floating Watcher. Interesting. Whoa. Oh, God. I might lose the game now. Floating Watcher, because every time he fatigues, this thing's gonna get buffed. Shoot. Did I really make the wrong call? Well, he would have had the Floating Watcher anyway. Problem is, now these two things cannot kill the Tron. So I have to use my Arcanite Reaper to kill the Tron, and then he kills me with the Floating Watcher. Because he life taps, it gets buffed twice to an 8/8. And then this thing's still around to do the finishing blow. No, wait, this thing is still going to live. Alright, well, you got to play to your outs. The only out I have, regrettably, is this. This is the only hope I have of winning, because if the 5/1 has to run into this thing... Oh no, I took a damage from the Tron. Shit. Oh, this is stupid. This thing is going to grow to 8/8. And then I am at exactly 8 health. Well, the only hope I have then is that he gets bamboozled and misses the kill. He life taps, it goes to 6/6. It also, he draws a card from the fatigue, he gets an 8/8. And then he kills me. I needed another taunting card to have a chance of winning. Oh my god, what a freaking idiotic game. Maybe I should have left the Fel Reaver alive. What did he just do? Oh my god. Does he have a killer card here and he's just bad mannering me? Interesting. He could have just killed the... Okay. Let's forget about that. Let's just see if there's a way that I can take advantage of this and win. Well, this is free. I'm going to play this and armor up. So we'll hit that and pass the turn. Technically, I live with 1 hit point if this card isn't a damage or a silence or a creature removal. I survive with 1 health after this big dumb beast hits me. So does he have the Hellfire or something to kill me with? Life tapping here would be pointless unless it was just to be bad mannered because this is a killing card. Okie dokie. So we armor... This is a bizarre game. So we armor up to stop the big dumb beast from killing us. We throw our creatures at the Floating Watcher, play the card that I just drew because why not, and pass the turn. If this is true bad mannering, I don't know. It seems like it's a bit extreme because I mean, for all he knows, I would have gotten like a antique healbot or something. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this before. Just armoring up against the big dumb beast. Well, let's armor up, and can I kill him? 4, 7, 12? No, I don't kill him. Wait. Hold on. How much fatigue did he take? He took 3. He's going to take 4, so he's at 16. 7 plus 5 is... It's 12. No, he doesn't die. So we'll kill this just to be safe. I don't know what that last card he's got is. And sure, I'll hit him in the face with this weapon. So let's see if he was just really risking a terrible bad manner fail by holding on to Hellfire or something, because if I'd gotten an antique healbot or something, I would have obviously won. What's this last card? He life taps. Still could kill me with this card if it's just bad manners. It's not bad manners. We are never going to know what that card was, but wow, that game was incredible. That's one of the highlights of my channel. So he had lethal on the board, transparently. Didn't do it, brought me down to 1 health, armor up, kept me alive. Big Dumb Beast was the 4-drop. It couldn't beat armor up, and with 1 health, I killed him because he ran out of cards due to Fel Reaver. That was crazy. Whew. Alright, well, we finished that daily quest. I gotta talk to Dan. Do. He's got 2 ex-kidnappers. Okie doke. Oh, let's mulligan all that. Oh, this is like deja vu here. We have a mage. We have an Argent Squire on turn 1. This is, I guess, a bit different because she's the second player as opposed to being the first player. Was that the first player with the Squire? I don't think I was. There's the coin for a 2-drop that I might have to kill with Heroic Strike. I really should have looked to see if this deck had any executes or fiery war axes to know if I should gamble on those coming up or not. Knife Juggler. Well, that makes my job a little bit easier because definitely Knife Juggler against an Argent Squire. It's awful tempting to kill it with Heroic Strike, kill it at whatever the cost. Fiery War Axe would of course have been better there, but it's fine. At least it died. We're going to have the Experimenter to curve out on turn 3, and then this guy on turn 4 is nice. You don't really want to use Fireball or Polymorph against it, but it's about the only thing that will actually kill it. Keep. Be a spell, be a spell, be a spell, be a spell. You know what? Chicken's not that much worse than that monkey, so that's fine. I read that there's a new animation now for the creatures that can't be targeted, and that it's ugly as hell, and it is. It was better before. The sparkliness was perfectly, like the yellow sparkling was perfectly killed. I don't know why we had to add the black sparkling to this. Alright, so she decided to kill off the 1/1, which is a greedy move, because in the advantage of doing that versus killing off my 3/2 is that the 1/1 is dead. So I'm going to try to punish her greed by playing this and hitting her in the face. It's a counter greedy move that I just made here because obviously that can backfire in its own way, but this thing's a bit difficult to deal with. Basically, the best answer she could have is a Dark Iron Dwarf to buff this and let them trade. Then her 4/4 is looking at my 3/2. Or an Abusive Sergeant and then a 3-drop. Barring that, though, I'll punish her greed with my greed. Counter greed. So she can't decide. She plays Pyromancer. Oh, that can't be good because she wouldn't play Pyromancer with a 1 toughness thing unless she had something good up her sleeve. Nope, I'm wrong. She just played it without anything good up her sleeve. Okay, well, let's Stampeding Kodo to kill off that Loot Hoarder. And let's do this. And because Pyromancers are dangerous, I will kill it. So what's the story? She's got 6 cards to my 6, but one of mine's a chicken, but I'm about to draw one, but I'm ahead on the board, but it's her turn. But I get to play Cairn, but she has Polymorph. Woo! Hard to say who's doing better here. La dee da dee da. Alright, not the best 5th turn. This is good against my 2/2, but I mean, she didn't really take the advantage of her having the move to really get ahead with like a 5-drop. I think something like a Spectral Knight or a Sludge Belcher, or even a Fen Creeper would have been difficult for me to deal with. I would have had to just basically either avoid playing the best card in my hand to Heroic Strike and kill it and play something less, or just play the best card in my hand and ignore her thing. Man, all the Divine Shield here is nuts. So she kills off all that stuff, but I think I still am doing quite well here. Do I leave this in pinging range? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my cake and eat it. We'll kill this with a Heroic Strike. And we're going to play this thing, and sure, I'll play the chicken while I'm at it. This thing survives Flame Strike, this thing survives Flame Strike. It's not pingable, so it's harder for her to get rid of that first iteration, and so I might get some extra value out of it. Turn 8 is going to be good. I can play both of these, which both survive Flame Strike. So I could actually be in really good shape. Health totals are the same. She's not really going to be able to burn me out from here. Unless every single card in her hand is a Fireball, which is possible because it's the arena. Still haven't seen any new cards. I don't know. I mean, Blackrock Mountain's, what, a day old at this point? I would have expected to see some new cards. Maybe they're not going into the arena right away. I'm not actually sure how it's going to work. So she plays a big 5-drop, which she really would have needed a couple turns ago, and pings off the chicken. I could play this because I know if she had Polymorph, she would have used it against this thing. But why put out that target? Let's just play those and think. I let her hit me down to 16. Will that cost me the game? Probably not. I'm just going to actually do this. She can't kill me from 16 in any straightforward fashion. I've got a lot of damage myself being threatened here. This is 8 plus 6 is 14. So she's almost dead just from my stuff. And then if shit hits the fan, I've got a lot of power. Again, that's 16 power. That can trade away just about anything. All this stuff is very durable. We've got Divine Shield, 5 health, returns to life. I guess the real problem would be if she did something like a Blizzard or a... What's her face? Frost Nova, and just hit me with the Ventricle Mercenary and try to burn me out that way. Maybe I should have considered that a little bit, because I really didn't. +1 health is definitely the worst one here. Wow, she gets out a 5-drop. Well, I'm glad she didn't have any of these 5-drops earlier in her life, because that would have been very annoying to deal with. Let's see. Well, I think the key move here is simple. Let's just use this guy to kill off the 4/4. Use this to kill that. Use this to kill that. Play the max and put the health on my Yeti, because this prevents it from being killed by Flame Strike Ping. She's doing actually fine on cards. She does have 6 cards to my not 6. Alright, she's gonna play Blizzard here. That's pretty much the only thing that would make sense. Buffing this thing, foregoing the opportunity to play Flame Strike. Blizzard? So is that what she's hoping for? Or did she have it? Or is she hoping to draw into it? No, she's gonna concede. Yes! Oh, that feels good. Alright, everyone. I think that'll do it for this comeback video. So, 1-1, lost 1. Should have lost 1, won it instead. Got up to 4 wins from 1. Finished off some daily quests, and hopefully we'll get the new daily quest tomorrow that gives the pack for spectating a win. So thanks for everyone for watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care.